welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this week I'm going to be doing the new YouTuber tag. Now Tabby from Taba and Baba did this tag way back in April. I saw it, I really enjoyed it. I wanted to do it myself, but because I'd only just started my channel in March, I felt like I couldn't really answer the questions to their full potential. Now that I'm 4 months in, I feel like I could probably answer the questions a little bit better. So let's get started. Question 1. What is your name? Well, that is easy. I can answer that one. I know. My name is Siobhan. Spelled S-I-O-B-H-A-N. I do feel like it is a little bit of a curse of a name because no one can spell it, no one can say it. I don't think it sounds very nice. Yeah, it's just one of those things. My middle name is Marie and my maiden name is Locke, so it was Siobhan Marie Locke, but now I am Siobhan Marie Simpson. So about my family, let's talk about my kind of new family, so to speak. So my husband Guy, he is coming up, oh, he's going to kill me for saying this, maybe I shouldn't say it, no, I'm going to say it. He's coming at 38 next week. He won't mind me saying it because he doesn't look 38, and he is serving in the Royal Marines. So he is based down in Devon from Monday to Friday, but we do have quite a long stint with him away coming up very, very soon. So he's back this weekend and then he's away for 3.5 weeks. So, but then he's got 2 months off. So it's kind of a little bit of swings and roundabouts. We make it work, it's fun. And then we have our gorgeous girl Ava, who is 19 months. So Ava was born back in December 2016, if you haven't done the math as quick as that. And yeah, she is just an absolute bundle of energy and joy and happiness, apart from when she's tantruming. So what can you do? She's a toddler, but yes, she is absolutely gorgeous. We also have our fur baby Bella. She is absolutely amazing with Ava. I couldn't ask for a better dog to be Ava's fur sister. Is that weird? So the third question, this says, what state do you live in? Obviously we don't do states over here in the UK, so what county do I live in? I live in Yorkshire. I am around about 20 minutes from York City, and I'm probably closer to Selby. We are in a little village called Bubwith and it's gorgeous, it's lovely. I'm about 15 minutes down the road from mum and dad as well, so it's really handy for babysitting.
So question 4, are you a stay-at-home mum or dad, or are you a working parent? So most of you guys know that I work for Lush, but I only work for them 1 day a week now because I am at home with Ava. So Guy is away Monday to Friday, so he is in the Marines. So we thought it wouldn't be right that Ava would have 2 parents working. So we decided that I would stay home with her, and obviously I really want to, and then Guy would continue on with his work.
So what is my home decor style? Okay, I really love anything that's kind of vintage looking. I love the old country cottage look. I like really cozy colours. For this room in particular, you can't really see it. You might be able to see just behind through the ladder here. It's like a well, it's called Hillside Green, and I just put that with the ivory colour as well. So this is Fresh Narcissus. These are 2 Valspar colours. Absolutely adore them. And then I did Ava's, oh look at me pointing, I did Ava's toy chest in the same colours as well, because I wanted everything to match, and I thought it just looked beautiful with the beams that I've done. Everything's kind of got that real beachy kind of yeah, kind of just like a beach look. I just really love kind of everything light and airy, and because it is such a small room, you need to kind of have it as light as possible. The living room is definitely one of my favourite rooms in the house, but I also really love Ava's room as well. So Ava's room is a really, really small room, and we had to have Sharp's bedrooms come in and fit her like cupboards and stuff, because she just doesn't have the space on the floor. But we did her room in grey, so it was really nice and neutral because we didn't know what we were having. And it's just a really lovely natural like forest type theme in her room, so it's really, I think it's really, really beautiful. In terms of where I actually buy things for the house, I don't really have anywhere specific that I like. There is a gorgeous place in Whitby where we got a heart, so you can't see it, it's just up here. I will slot in a little shot of it in a second. It's like a wooden heart that was bought in a little shop in Whitby, and we bought it on the weekend that we got engaged, because we got engaged on Saltwick Bay. So that's like 5 minutes down the road from Whitby, so it's kind of a little bit of a, yeah, just a little bit of a tribute to that special weekend. So just little things like that, handcrafted things. Yeah, I like to make things myself as well, so the toy chest, that's the only thing I've made. This is question 6. What are your favourite videos to watch on YouTube? So I like Cole and Sav. They're kind of like my guilty pleasure. I only discovered them a few months ago since starting my channel, and I really, really enjoy watching them. They are a little bit cheesy, but I love them. They're so happy, they're so positive, and they're so kind, and that's, you know, that's what I love. They love pranking one another as well, which is what I really enjoy watching. In terms of the smaller YouTubers I really love to watch, I really, really enjoy watching Nomadi Daddy. Now, I discovered Nomadi Daddy via the channel Mum website. They were running this thing on cloth nappies one week, and I just kind of happened to be watching one of their live videos, and I just fell in love with this couple. They're just so beautiful. They've got a gorgeous boy called Atlas. Holly is just so natural and just, oh, I just look at her and I'm like, oh, she doesn't need any makeup or anything. She must just like roll out of bed and just look like so boho and beautiful. Yeah, their videos are just gorgeous. The way they edit, the music, they really do have such a talent for sort of focusing you on the smaller details in the bigger picture as well, and that's what I really like. I'm gonna link Nomadi Daddy in because he and Holly, because Holly obviously is part of Nomadi Daddy, are just wonderful, so I'm going to link them in the description. Who else do I really love to watch? I really love to watch Mumma Chops Jo. She is fantastic. She is really, really fun. She and her husband and her little girl as well. Such a beautiful family. And another one who goes off outdoors and just kind of really enjoys nature. She is wonderful, and I really love watching her videos. What's this? Those are just 2 small YouTubers that I'm going into detail with, but there are so many other small YouTubers that I really love to watch. So I'm just going to quickly reel them off for you. There is Charlotte from Bermuda Baby and Me. There is Kylie from Life and Tink and Turtle. There's Bex Massey. There's Mumma Murray. Also Mummy Stevens. We have Jackie from Jaxx Life. There's Sami Dudley. Tabby from Taba and Baba, who I mentioned earlier on, although she is mega busy with work at the minute, so she's not actually managed to get onto YouTube for a while now, but definitely go and check out her channel because she is really good fun too. There is Courtney Scarlett. She's really fun. She does some really great videos. I could just sit here all day and just talk about all the fantastic work that is happening with all of these busy mums and dads who still manage to find time to create fantastic videos. So question 7, did any YouTubers inspire you to start your own channel? Yes, there was somebody who inspired me, and she is just incredible. I absolutely love watching her videos. She's massive on Instagram, she's big on Snapchat as well, and that person is Revie Jane. Now Revie lives across in Queensland, Australia, and she is married to Clay. And both of them are mad into fitness, and that is the reason why I started watching her in the first place. But then she fell pregnant, and then she started to film herself during her pregnancy doing certain workouts and kind of talking you through them, and I found it was really inspirational. I found a lot of motivation within those videos, and I just felt like I already knew her just from watching her clips. It was fab. So she now has 2 girls since I started watching her all those years ago. So she has Lexi. Lexi is 2, and she's just given birth last week, I think, to Lola. So she's got two absolutely beautiful girls, but the way she puts her videos together, it's just gorgeous. She just speaks really honestly about motherhood, and she doesn't kind of gloss over it. She really kind of gives you the rawness of it. I just really love watching her videos. I just find her really inspirational. I find myself really relaxed when I'm watching her work as well. There is a gorgeous vlog that she did from her trip to the Cook Islands, and I will link her channel in below. Anybody who I mention in this video, I will link their channels below, because you have to go and check them out, because there's a lot of great work going on. So yeah, but thank you, Revie. And I did message her at one point, and she did message me back. So she gave me lots of good advice for when I was training, when I was pregnant with Ava. So thank you, Revie. And the next question is, why did you start your own channel? So if you have watched my video on Ava's 18-month update, then you'll kind of know why I started. So I was suffering a little bit with postnatal depression, I think. Minor depression, but it was there, and it was something that was really difficult to deal with at the time. So this was at the start of this year, and I think I just wanted something to focus on that just wasn't necessarily Ava. And as selfish as that sounds, you give so much to your kids, you know, and sometimes I feel like there's nothing left for you. So I had been thinking about doing a YouTube channel, and it had been kind of spinning over in my mind. I thought about maybe doing crafts at one point, because I thought maybe I could sell things, but I'm a bit shit at stuff like that. So I actually decided on the YouTube channel. So I keep saying so a lot, I'm sorry. It's like my go-to word. I started my channel in March, and I was kind of a little bit umming and ahhing about whether or not, you know, to kind of just go down one road with like a niche. But I actually do have my fingers in a lot of pies at the minute, because I am just trying to figure out what it is that I actually want to do. But yeah, I mean, that's why I decided to start my channel. It just gives me something to focus on. It gives me a creative outlet, and I really enjoy it. So question 9, did you have any reservations or fears before starting your channel? Do you know, the only fear that I've got is having a kind of creative block. I don't have any reservations or fears really. I'm pretty much straight down the line. I don't really like to yeah, again, gloss over things. I've used that term already, but I don't really like to gloss over things. I just feel like I need to just be as honest and as raw as possible. I think a lot of people can get quite hung up on numbers and have like mini kind of milestones or numbers that they want to hit by the end of the month. I just kind of think to myself that you lose sight of the reason why you're doing it in the first place. You're doing it almost just to be popular. I just think it's really important to keep your channel nice and natural, and just to let your audience grow organically. Question 10, were family and friends supportive of you starting your channel? So I kind of kept it quiet, if I'm honest. I only really told a few people at work. I have a fantastic, gorgeous friend called Bryony, who I asked a lot of advice from in the early days, and Bryony is actually the person who has designed my banner for YouTube. She has also designed my logo, and she has put together my end screens as well. So if anybody's wondering who has actually put all that together, that is my good friend Bryony. On top of that, I had a lot of support from my management team at work. Management knew the situation that I was in terms of my mental health, and they kind of almost planted the seed of doing videos and stuff to train new people at Lush. And I kind of thought, well, if I'm going to be doing that, then why don't I just go down the route of doing my own YouTube channel, and then I can tell everybody else about the amazing products that we do. And it's kind of just spun off from there. So yes, the management team at work set the seed. So question 11, what is your channel about? So I've already mentioned to you guys that my fingers are in all the pies at the minute, and that is because I am still trying to figure out my niche. I want to do Lush. I love talking about Lush products, and that is an ongoing thing because they're constantly bringing new products out. So that is something that I'm going to be focusing on all the time. I really just love doing family days out as well. That is definitely something that I am really enjoying. So yes, it's just it's a whole mix of things in a minute. I can't really properly answer that question if I'm honest. Question 12, what are you currently filming and editing with? Earlier this year, Guy really wanted to encourage me to do this vlogging, so he bought me a Canon G7X Mark II. I don't have any kind of ring lights or anything like that at the minute because I just can't afford it, and I don't really know if it's worth the money. I do kind of like to try and get as much natural light on my face as possible, and I'm also using the light from my MacBook as well. So that moves me on to what I'm actually using in terms of editing. So I am just using iMovies. It's so easy, it's so simple, and it does the job that I need it to do. So question 13, what are your goals with your channel? Do you know, I can't really set any goals. This is what I mean. I don't really like to try and set targets or anything like that. I kind of feel like you just lose your way with it if you start, you know, giving yourself like goals and stuff to work towards. I will hold my hands up and I will be honest, I have already been down that route of really wanting to hit certain numbers, and it just, for me, it just doesn't feel right. It doesn't suit me. It makes me anxious, and then if you're not hitting those numbers as well, it makes me feel like I'm failing. And I've just kind of stripped all that back now. I've taken myself back to almost square one with it in terms of the way I think about it, and just reminding myself that I am doing this because I just want to create the memories for Ava to look back on as well, and I am giving myself that creative outlet. It's something for me to focus on, and whether or not I have 100 subscribers or 1,000 subscribers, you know, I am very grateful, don't get me wrong. I do love the fact that people are interested in what I'm doing, but it's not the be all and end all. When you're looking at it from in terms of like making money out of it and having thousands and thousands of followers, it just, you know, if it happens, it happens, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. Question 14, what does your username mean? So Fresh Handmade Mama is a little bit of a spin on the slogan from Lush. So Lush's slogan is fresh handmade cosmetics. So this is the last question. This is question 15, and it is, any advice for new YouTubers? You're gonna need a decent camera, I think. I don't know how people do it on their phones. I don't know how people edit on their phones. Like, it's, the screens are just too small. I mean, I struggle on the Mac sometimes just getting the right cut. I have no idea how people are doing it with their fingers on a screen about yay big. So I would get yourself a decent editing system on a big screen if you can. My second bit of advice, I would say, really focus on the music that you use. I always got told not to work with the music, put the music in last, and I'm the other way around. I like to try and find music to suit the mood that I want, and then work with the music and kind of edit to the music, if that makes sense. I know a lot of the websites only give you a certain amount of music before you then have to start paying for it. I tried using the free music off like Ben Sound and places like that, but I mean, there was such a limited choice, and then you find yourself watching other people's vlogs and they've used the same music, so you're just constantly listening to the same music like over and over again. It just becomes too much. So I am paying for Epidemic Sound. It's £10 a month, and again, it just takes the stress away of trying to find a track to suit the mood of your vlog. And finally, my third bit of advice came from my really good friend Bryony again. I keep talking about her. She basically said to me, don't try to find your subscribers and your audience will find you. And that is the best bit of advice that I've ever received in this journey so far. That's my 3 little bits of advice: decent equipment, good music to fit the mood of your vlog, and also my third bit of advice is to let your audience find you. So that is it, guys. That is my 15 questions from the new YouTuber tag. If you have enjoyed this video, then please don't hesitate to give it a nice big thumbs up. And if you haven't already, then please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again next week.